Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to 8.2.2 Weapon Red Riot Shield, Disarm with Dodge Specials and Capture with Stun. There's EMP Modification and Energy Resistance as well. The defenders are going to be Dr. Voodoo, Blackbolt, Thor Jane Foster, Ultron, Man-Thing, Mysterio, and the boss we're going to attempt is going to be Elektra. For the nodes, the first one is going to be Red Riot Shield. So whenever there is a contact between attacker and the defender, there's a 20% chance that there's a trauma debuff applied on the attacker. With each trauma debuff, they deal an extra 50% damage as physical burst damage, and all traumas are consumed when defender will use a special attack. So to take it for yourself, first you have to dodge a special attack hit. So for example, if you're going against Dr. Voodoo, dodge an SP1 and that will disable the weapon, and then you can just use a parry and you can capture it for yourself. So now once you have the weapon on yourself, you can hit the opponent to do extra damage. The other one is going to be EMP Modification. There is also energy resistance plus 90%. So the best champions are going to be your shock immune champions. I've given you a list on your left side for all the shock immune champions. I would say best thing would be to bring in your science shock immune, because there are going to be 3 champions that are mystic defenders here, and 2 of them are going to, one is cosmic and 2 is going to be tech, so you can build around a team that has class advantage. Now for your masteries, nothing too difficult, just the straightforward masteries, the basic ones. You can choose to boost if you want to. You can use ouchies and non-ouchies, but I would say you use non-ouchies because the boss Elektra is going to have special burst lockdown. She's gonna put heal block and armor rig whenever she will use a special. And you can use shock immune champs and build up your trauma charges for extra physical damage on the opponent. The boss island is going to be Deadpool X, Elektra, and Domino. We're going to attempt Elektra with Bishop, so stay tuned for that, guys, and let's jump into the path. The first fight is going to be against a Dr. Voodoo. I am going to use a thing here. You can use any science champion. The reason I say science champion is because they will have natural class advantage and science champion with shock immunity, so you don't have to worry about the EMP at all. All you need to do is to build up your taunt charges while you hit the opponent. As soon as they throw a special, your dex back and the weapon node is disabled. Then you use a parry that will give you the weapon. Now when you hit the opponent, he will get trauma charges and you will get extra damage every time you go for a basic attack, just like that. At the end of it, you throw a special too, and you can do quite a bit of damage to Dr. Voodoo, and just like that, he is below he's below 30% at 29. The more the trauma charges, the more the physical damage, and you can take out the opponents in one go as well. It's a really fun path with the right champions that are mostly going to be your shock immune champions. You can run through this path quite quickly. Defender number 2 is going to be a Blackbolt. I'm going to use a Dr. Doom because he is immune to shocks. Now I'm gonna slowly build up to an SP1, and which is easier to evade from Blackbolt. And once I evade that, I'm going to disable the armor. Now I'm going to parry him. As soon as I parry, I'll get the armor for myself. Now with every basic hit of mine, he will get a trauma charge, and with every trauma charge, I will do extra damage, extra physical damage to Blackbolt with every hit. And I can use that for as long as possible, and then use my special to do the special attack damage that will remove the trauma charges, but the damage will be strong enough to take him down quite easily. I'm just building to an SP2. I'm going to throw an SP3 right here, just building up as much as trauma charges I can. And now with one doom cycling into medium, light SP1 into SP2, I'll be able to bring down Blackbolt easily. So with the right champions, that is going to be a shock immune. The path is super quick and easy. Now moving on with the same concept, we are going to take Scorpion with his pre-fight for shock immunity and going against Thor Jane Foster. I'm gonna try to dex the SP1 blast so I can disable the weapon, and right there, now I have the weapon disabled. I'm gonna parry to capture the weapon for myself. so I can get the trauma charges activated on Thor Jane Foster. Right here I have the weapons on me. Now every time I hit Thor Jane Foster, she's gonna get that trauma charge, and because of trauma charge she will get extra damage, and then I can throw my special to do to apply all of those ruptures, and we can keep going from there. The more the trauma charges, the more the physical damage, and the fight will finish off very, very quick. Next defender is going to be an Ultron, and he is going to be a really annoying one because of his evades, and also he's a robot champion, so he'll be a little difficult to deal with. Now for him I would suggest you to bring in champions, cosmic champions that are immune to power manipulation, and they should work well. When they're immune to power manipulation, you don't have to worry about the shocks, you can work around it. So for example, I would say Venom Pool is a good one. You can use a Venom as well. You can also use Tarex, they can work as well. I have tried a Magneto on this fight, it doesn't really work well here. The best champions I could find were like Venom Pool, Venom, Tarex. You can also bring in your anti-robotic champions like Medusa. All of these champions will work and disable Ultron's ability for EMP modification. And also with the weapon, it's very easy for me to gain the weapon from him. His SP1 is quite easily evadable. When you evade the SP1, the weapon is disabled, and then you use a parry to get the weapon for yourself, and then you can stack up those trauma charges and you can do quite a bit of damage to Ultron. Now Venom Pool is also good against robots, so that Legion is going to help as well. So I would say your anti-robotic champions will be the best way to go. That will disable the weapon as well, disable the nodes as well, and can give you quite some leverage to take Ultron down. Now this is going to be a difficult fight, so it is important to have a good counter for him. Moving on to the next defender is going to be a Man-Thing. So the best way to deal with him is to bring a champion that is immune to armor break or nullify, or you can also bring in champion that is immune to poison and also shocks. So I have brought in a Thing. He checks all the boxes. You can also bring in Ant-Man. I think Cassie Lang as well works. There is also, I think, Anti-Venom, they also work. So there are quite a few different champions that you can use here. Try to bring in that is poison and the shock immune, so that should do the trick for you. And yeah, that's about it. Again, just build up your trauma charges. The way to do that is wait for the opponent to throw a special attack and you dex one of the hits. Once you do that, the weapon will be disabled, and then you can use a parry, and that will give the weapon to you. And after that, for every hit you land on the opponent, they will get a trauma charge that will give you a chance to do a physical burst damage. So the more the charges, the more burst damage you can do, and you can use that to your advantage and kill off Man-Thing or any other annoying defender easily. And the final defender we have before the boss is going to be a Mysterio. I'm going to use a Cosmic Hulkling because he is going to be poison immune, and he can also poison and shock immune, and he will give me good openings towards Mysterio as well. You can use some other champions as well. You can use champions like Tarex also here. You can also use champions like a venom pool here also, so plenty of different options that can work here. Or you can just bring in any champion that is immune to poison and also shock, and you can run through the path as well. So I am going to use a Hulkling here. Plenty of different options available, so just check them out. Other than that, once you have a shock immune, Mysterio is a very simple fight, like his regular Mysterio shenanigans. Look for his heavy attack. If he throws an SP1, wait for the timer to run out for the return damage, and if he throws an SP2, wait for the timer to go for his miss, and then you can go in and kill him off. Again, not really the easiest fight, but again, if you know how to play Mysterio, you can take him down. The boss fight is going to be against an Elektra with Haunted, and she is quite annoying to deal with. She will take extra damage if you apply Incinerate. So I am going to use a Bishop here, and my whole thing is I am just going to keep an eye on the counter just below my health bar. If it says Falter, I am not going to attack, and I am not going to even try to intercept her at all, because she can easily intercept me and then she can kill me in one combo. So just be wary about that. Try not to use your suicide mastery setup, and or if you're using a suicide mastery setup, use somebody who is immune to that, because every time there is a special attack by Elektra, you will get a heal block and an armor break on yourself. So right here, I'm just slowly building up to an SP2 with the amount of prowesses I have. I'm trying to push her to an SP2, which is easier to evade and gives me easier opening to go in. But once I have that, I am trying to build up to prowesses that are around 30 prowesses, so I can unleash my SP2, and I will rinse and repeat that to kill him off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you find it helpful. If you did, guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications. All of that really helps me out a lot and helps me grow the channel. Now the last part on 8.2.2 is coming tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. After that, 5 more parts and we're done for 8.2. And thank you so much, guys, for following the channel and showing all the support and love. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.